welcome to the groundbreaking of the Oasis at Kearney Creek. This is AU Associates' largest affordable housing development to date. My name is Holly Wiedemann, and I'm the founder and president of AU Associates. And it's my great pleasure to first thank all the officials that are here today, which include our city, state, national, and public servants. You're going to hear this morning from our district council member, Kathy Plomin, our vice mayor, Steve Kay, and not speaking, but a huge supporter of affordable housing is Senator Mitch McConnell, who could not be here, but who is represented today by Stephanie Nelson. Stephanie. Oh, great. Thank you so much. We are here to celebrate our partners on this endeavor and to recognize their participation in this exciting development of Lexington's newest addition to the affordable housing marketplace for seniors. What I'd also like to do specifically is, here it all is right behind us. And that is so much thanks to Lord X. Sargent, our architects who are also here, and Brett Construction, who has been out here just working away. So we are delighted that all of you are here. It would be my pleasure first to introduce to you our council member for this district, Kathy Plomin. She was appointed by Mayor Jim Gray in October of 2016 and then was elected the following month. And she's now serving her second term, and she brings over 30 years of community service. She was the VP of Sales and Marketing at WKYT TV for 21 years. And then in 2000, she left to join as the president of United Way, and she was able to raise over $65 million during her tenure. Kathy has championed the benefit of smart growth coupled with the recognition of the value of horse farms as our factory floor. This project is a prime example of development that has been designated in growth areas, and it already has infrastructure in place. She also helped to create a LexTran bus pass program for marginalized populations to travel to work and health services. Given that this is less than half a mile from the current LexTran route, we're hoping that this development will merit an accessible stop right here. So with no further ado, allow me to introduce you to Kathy Plomin.
Thanks so much, Holly. Good morning and welcome to the 12th District, soon to be home of Oasis at Kearney Creek. These affordable units for seniors will be a wonderful addition to the 12th District, which you may not know represents 70% of the landmass. I'm a little biased, but it really is our prettiest district. So Holly, you chose a good location. The residents will love living out here near the rural-like setting. Also, Holly and AU Associates, thank you for what you've done and continue to do for our community. Your ongoing passion for historic renovations exemplified by the reopening of the old courthouse, your commitment to infill and redevelopment, as well as recognizing and leading efforts in providing much-needed affordable housing, especially for our seniors in our community. So I look forward soon to be able to actually see, and to tour the Oasis in the near future. And by the way, did I mention it's located in the 12th District? Thank you.
Thank you, Kathy. Now I'd like to introduce you to Jeremy Ratliff. He serves as the Deputy Executive Director of Kentucky Housing Corporation, our long-term partner on every affordable housing project that AU has done since the early 1990s. KHC is the housing finance agency for the state, and it's the source of affordable housing tax credits and other funding that is instrumental in creating affordable housing. Jeremy has participated in the leadership of KHC for many years, and we are so thankful for our partnership.
Thank you, Holly. On behalf of the Board of Directors of Kentucky Housing and the staff at Kentucky Housing, it's my pleasure to be here this morning to celebrate the beginning of this exciting project that's going to provide nearly 100 affordable rental units to this part of Lexington. I happen to live very near here, so I'm very excited to have some new neighbors coming into my neighborhood. Kentucky Housing Corporation was pleased to allocate nearly $1.5 million of tax credits to this project, which will be used to generate about $13 million of equity. Affordable housing is not cheap housing. It is affordable because of the tools that we have in place, thanks in no small part to our congressional delegation, Senator McConnell. We thank him for his support. But those tools allow for equity to be generated into these types of projects, which reduces the debt that has to be serviced with the income generated, which allows for affordable rents. We thank AU for their partnership. They've been a great partner of ours in addressing the affordable housing needs around the Commonwealth for many years, and we look forward to future projects with them. Thank you.
It's now my pleasure to introduce to you Vice Mayor Steve Kay. He has a long history of support for affordable housing. He was hugely responsible for the creation of not only the Office of Homelessness Prevention, but also the Office of Affordable Housing and the Trust Fund. These important dollars provide critically needed gap financing in these developments. As an example, for every dollar of Lexington's home funds and the Affordable Housing Fund, we were able to leverage approximately $20 for every dollar that we have received. We're incredibly thankful to the hard work of both Rick McQuady and Charlie Lantner for their partnership on this project. Vice Mayor Kay has served since 2014 and is currently serving his second term.
Thank you, Holly, and good morning, everybody. I really am here today with two hats. One as the Vice Mayor, and as such, I greet you on behalf of the Mayor and the Council, and I want to recognize Councilmember McKern, whose district almost comes out here, right? Almost. Thank you for being here with us. And I also serve on the board of the Affordable Housing Fund. And as such, I'm really representing Rick McQuady, who could not be here today, and his extensive staff. Well, I'm gesturing as a small joke because it's Rick McQuady. He is the staff for the Affordable Housing Fund, and it's a good example of how the city dollars are being well used. Holly has already mentioned the way in which our funds are leveraged, and it's a tribute to the actors at both the federal, state, and local levels that we've combined to make this project possible. It's also already been said, our dollars really make it possible to build something that is really fine housing for people and to allow them to live in it at an affordable rate. We face a housing crisis, everybody knows that. This is one way in which we're working together to provide really fine housing for our citizens. So our thanks to AU Associates, Lord X Sargent, Affordable Housing Fund, the Home Funds, the Kentucky Housing Corporation, everybody who collaborated on this to make it possible. Thank you.
Thank you, Vice Mayor Kay. So I did want to also give our Josh McKern a shout out because we have two projects currently in his district that we're building right now, one of which is Meadowthorpe, which is also our same. I asked for that plane to come over just now. Our same, that's it, there's the banner. But it's our same incredible team that is working on our Meadowthorpe project, and that is Brett Construction and Lord X Sargent. And this is an absolutely beautiful project here. Same team. We are thrilled with their work. The other project that is under construction is also at the VA, also in your district. So we're very thankful for that. These projects wouldn't happen without equity, and these are our equity partners that are so incredibly important to us. I'd like to introduce you to Darren Swanson. He is the Director of Acquisitions for Redstone, who's our equity partner on this project. Darren has extensive background in affordable housing, which includes serving at the Bank of America after beginning his real estate career lending in New York City. We can claim him also as he received his education at Appalachian State University. Welcome, Darren.
I usually get a lot of looks. What is App State? What is that? I've never heard of that until they beat Michigan a number of years back, and that put us on the map, so I'm happy about that. Thank you, everybody. As she said, so we're a tax credit equity investor, and we service projects like this all over the country. I think it's important. I'm glad a few people have pointed out a few things. I'm glad there's a beautiful illustration of what this is going to look like to dispel the myths of what it is that we're investing in and what it is that we're building in our communities. This is truly very, very high end. I mean, very nice and comfortable and well-built housing. It looks and feels exactly like anything that you walk into anywhere in the communities throughout Kentucky. It's these types of things that we're very proud to be a part of. I also want to emphasize, because it's fun to come here and celebrate and put shovels in dirt, but to get to standing right here, I cannot overstate the amount of work that's gone into it from Holly, Johan, Brandon, and the team at AU. They had the vision for this site years before we are standing here today. They went through rigorous applications of numerous sources of funds, equity, debt, soft money, competitive cycle of tax credit rounds. It's exciting to come here and celebrate this, and we'll come back and visit when we're cutting ribbons and shaking the hands of those who will be living in this community. But there have been probably thousands of emails cross my inbox and countless hours of phone calls to get to this point. It takes a tremendous lift. In our market study, it indicated that essentially there's going to be 4 or 5 seniors of this income level, which is they can't exceed $35,000 a year, that will qualify for this housing. It's an exponential need. We will never fill it with the available tools that we have. So all of the other communities that exist that provide this types of housing are completely full and have wait lists. So we're talking about our parents and grandparents. So it's with great privilege that we can be a part of something that's so important with such critical need and frankly with support on all sides. So again, I want to just thank the entire AU team for their vision, their leadership. You all have an outstanding resource here in your town, and everybody should be very thankful for it. We were able to invest a little over $12 million. We couldn't be any happier to do it and look forward to hopefully many more opportunities to come to this state and continue to invest in the future. Thank you again.
Thank you so much. I also just saw Councilmember Brown, so thank you for being here. We really appreciate it. Next, I would like to introduce you to Brian Dunlap. He is the president and CEO of River Hills Bank, and he took that position in January of 2016, but prior to that, he had served as the chief credit officer and COO for 4 years previously. Prior to joining River Hills, Brian was the senior portfolio manager for JP Morgan Chase. His perspective is refreshing in that he believes you can do well by doing good, and we couldn't agree more.
Wow, Holly, those were some nice words for a banker. Are you sure you want to stick by those? We at River Hills Bank really do believe in relationships mattering. That is our slogan, is relationships matter. And the amount of strain putting together a deal like this can only be alleviated by really strong relationships. And we appreciate the relationship that we've grown to have with AU Associates. You guys are fantastic people, and you really do have vision and promote leadership for the entire community. This is the start of another really great project that's not just going to provide safe, affordable housing for seniors, but it'll offer them a way to retain their dignity as they age. And what is more important than that? I really just want to stand up here and say thank you again to AU Associates for choosing us to be your lender. There's lots of banks that want to be involved in these type of projects, and we just appreciate the relationship that we've grown with you so that you chose us. Thank you.
Thank you, Brian. And I know that I've been in this business for a really long time when I look like I could be the banker's mother, grandma, I don't know. But anyway, I am so thankful for River Hills, and it takes a village to make these deals work. I also want to introduce to you Joe Mandeville, who's with Berkadia. Berkadia, it is wonderful for me to be able to say they were originally formed, I think, in 2009, and it was a merger of Berkshire Hathaway and Leucadia. And these are some strong names here. You heard J.P. Morgan earlier. We are delighted to bring this caliber of investor here to Lexington, and I am delighted to introduce to you Joe Mandeville of Berkadia.
I'm just thrilled to be here today. It really is important. Affordable housing, the crisis is really a national issue, but it's really solved locally. And that's why when we're here for solutions, it's really important to celebrate, to kind of be happy together, and to really be excited about what's next. And so I'm just thrilled to be here. Berkadia is committed to helping to solve the affordable housing crisis. It is a main focus of the company, financing projects like this, and I just couldn't be happier to be here. So it takes a lot of work. City, state, AU Associates has done a ton of work, and it's just wonderful to for us all be here to celebrate together. So thank you.
Thank you so much. I really want to really celebrate and thank the main force behind making this project happen at AU, and that's Johan Graham. And the newest addition to our team, Brandon, who has also been invaluable in making this all work. I'd like to turn it over to Johan to orchestrate how we do this, the actual wonderful shovels, which were so kindly provided to us by Brett Construction. Brett, I hope you don't get tired of making these shovels, because we got a whole lot more to go.
1, 2, 3. Need some more dirt?